So today we'll be doing some rewiring on the car, and I figured some of you might be interested in seeing what's all in these wires. I don't know if you've noticed for the guys of you that have seen my car before in person, but I split the loom that used to come this way and then send some wires that way and some wires this way. So what I tried to do was clean up the wiring under here, but then I quickly realized that you can't really clean this up because it's surrounded by plugs and sensors and everything. So I figured that splitting it would be the smarter idea. That way I didn't have that fat wire running across the back of the alternator. But the more time is passing by, I'm realizing that the stock conduit that comes around the back of the engine and over this side of the valve cover, I will be able to tuck them under the alternator and then have them come up from under. So pretty much I bought one of those conduits, and I'm gonna open up all my wiring and reinstall it. And while I'm at it, you'll see some of the improvements that I've done, like adding extra grounds to the ignition. This whole thing relies on having a good ground on the plate for it to work. And instead of leaving it by chance, because some things are painted, some things are powder coated, I decided to do grounds directly to it. So this is actually connected to a ground on the block, and the block is actually grounded to the battery. And then the frame is also grounded as well. So pretty much just a bunch of redundant grounds. And as you can see here, I have the one coming out of the engine and going through the plate and into the coil directly. That way I'm not counting on electricity making it through the box and up into the coil. But so yeah, some of these little details like this is what I'm going to show you in this video. So now I have removed the loom, and I got all my wire, well, most of my wires exposed. And here you can see where I extended my grounds and moved them from the head to right here. And then there's another ground coming out of the block, since the block is the ground. And pretty much the whole goal of this is to put this back on. So when I got the car, I didn't have this on already. It just had regular loom. So I feel this is gonna help me clean this up a lot. So pretty much that's gonna go back on there, and all I gotta do now is lengthen some of these wires. That way I can tuck them nicely under there and then have them come up from underneath, because right now I have them coming up above the valve cover and then the other half coming out this way. And the way that this lands, it would have them come out of right here and then down that way and up that way.
Steady.
This guy.
Steady.
Oh God. Butchering.
All this for this steering shaft right here. 2-hour project. It was supposed to be a 5-minute thing. But this thing was butchered. This steering shaft was done for. So out with the old, in with the new.
How funny you're recording.
You're actually doing some work, so I can record finally.
Hey, I work on my car.
I saw pictures of your wife working on your car. I never see pictures of you working on your car.
Well, I can't take pictures of myself.
Yeah, that's the excuse he uses. You done yet?
So, as you can tell, it's already late, so I kind of skipped a bunch. But pretty much I had taken this off and I removed a bunch of wires. I'm actually going to show you those. I removed one of those plugs and a couple scraps. So pretty much I got rid of the evap, MAF. What else did I get rid of? I got rid of the dummy light. So pretty much I just lost the secondary bypass to the relay for the fuel pump. But who cares? I can just simply jump it and I have fuel pump. I also removed the fan harness, so that's all gonna go on that side instead of having to come across. And what else I removed? I removed the boost controller solenoid and the O2 sensor. So pretty much that's all those plugs that you saw over there. And now from earlier, I started tucking these wires in here, so you can see that. And then I also opened up the loom that goes towards the fuse block and these relays right here. I'm gonna depin these relays. So instead of using these style relays, I'll be using these, which are actually sealed and should be a lot easier to find if I happen to need one while I'm on the side of the road or anything like that. Tomorrow I'm going to continue doing this right here, which is all going to go under the alternator and come up and plug into all of the intake stuff that I got to plug. Then I'm also considering rerouting my blow-off valve, which right now, I don't know if you can see that copper line there. That's NICOP, not actual copper line, but it goes to the back of the intake. And I also want to replace this, which I have on the map. The problem I have with that is that I'll still need a piece of rubber to join the map sensors to the actual vacuum line. So we'll see.